take it this has been the longest trip you guys been out here overlanding?
It has, actually.
Together, yes, definitely.
Yeah, this is definitely my longest one. I didn't grow up in a camping family at all, but being in this environment, G and I have been obviously camping. It is so different to being at home and stuck in the same little circle of like Cape Town life. So I find it very freeing and rewarding.
One thing I've learned about myself on this trip is that I'm actually happy and content with the slow life. That I don't need a whole lot of external factors coming in and out of my space to feel happy and stimulated. I enjoy my time camping and chilling and exploring and doing things passively. I feel like when you don't camp for a while and you come back into that space, you almost feel like you've forgotten that sense of freedom and just leaving all of your stuff behind, all the crap, and just coming out here with what you need and seeing all these amazing things. And yeah, I feel like I missed it almost. Yeah.
And also something that I noticed about myself is that I physically improved being out in the wild. Like my skin didn't break out, which it usually does on camping trips. My legs started naturally moisturizing. It was just like my body almost rewired. And that was quite cool. I was like, I didn't need all of this. I don't need as many products and things that I have. That is a big realization. Less is more. Loved waking up by the river every morning and actually waking up for sunrise. I never do that normally, so it was so different and wonderful and healing.
You get used to the self-sufficiency quite quickly. I think it was daunting in the beginning. Like packing in the Portaloo, we were like, oh my word, there's no way. You make it work, you just get used to it. Yeah. We haven't done very many long distance trips with this car. We're pretty sorted. We've almost had everything we need. We were doing some research the other day, with our friends, indirect research, the ones who really like what we're doing and engaging with our content and asking us questions. They are either working towards or saving up for some of the equipment, canopies, rooftop tents, etc. I think if you can rent at this point to kind of see what you like or what you need, that's probably the best way to go. If you can just bring a tent and take your car and do it more old school than we're doing it at the moment, that's perfect. That's where we all started.
Being barefoot, the sun, the dust, winds, it all helps.
And how all of these beautiful places are actually on your doorstep.
Yeah,
they're that close.
Okrabi's was like the second night, and everything was just so new and just mind-blowing. The waterfall, and then that moon rock and the sunset. It was just. And our hike that we got lost on. The whole experience. It was a lot, but it was so beautiful.
And we were even saying, as a newbie off-roader, if you don't even have a 4x4 and you get to Okrabi's, you could actually go and explore everything on foot, and you don't need to have all of the gear to do it. And I just think that was really special because you can see so many things in such close proximity there.
Yeah.
I love photography and I love art, and for me a huge thing has always been light in nature. Honestly, when we came through Okrabi's Falls and we were walking along the path, it was just Amy and I at one point, the light was just coming up over the waterfall and we just tiptoed over the edge and peered down, like just having that breathtaking view of this expanse of just heavy water falling and like its orange rocks and the sun peeking out over the top. It was just so beautiful. Like, it was definitely the highlight of my visual experience of the trip, and it was so peaceful being there. We just sat there for like an hour, taking photos of it, just staring at it, and it was, a long time. I loved it.
How's that been, and how do you feel it balances out with enjoying the trip, seeing the sunset, but knowing you have to film it as well, right?
Yeah, that's a big question. I think content creation, especially when you start, it's so exciting and you feel so honored, and using the camera, you still don't really understand what all you need to get, and it's such a rush and like crazy chaotic vibes. But as you go on, you start to develop a little bit more of a plan, and then it gets a bit more chilled because I've got a great shot of this. I can put it down now and actually experience the moment. Yeah. But we definitely still have a lot more learning to do in that domain because we definitely overshooting at the moment.
But we were overshooting a lot worse when we started, and now I'm like, Georgia, okay, put it down.
Yes.
You're right.
Be here now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's such an interesting balance though, because we are so lucky and blessed in this job to be able to travel like this and be outdoors and in the wild and be in nature all the time, but then also the other half of it is being on your screen. So it's such an interesting balance. When people ask me how this trip went, because of our generation, they're obviously quite glued to their phones stereotypically and stuff. I will definitely be promoting being in nature and the healing benefits and how it just opens your eyes to all of these different things and how it heals your soul. If you're our age and you're new to camping, I would definitely go in a group, especially since it is wild camping and there is no one around you. So I would definitely have at least a family member or friends around. But like, if we could probably do this again with a group of friends.
We might get lost.
We'll
but
definitely get lost.
It's kind of part of it though, isn't it?
But I would definitely recommend it.
Absolutely, a nice beginner trail. If you can find your way around or go with someone that knows where they're going, that would be perfect, yeah. You guys need to go and watch some Get Out Go videos.
Hi, I'm Christoff, this is Vanessa, and we're from Get Out Go.
Because they have done some really cool trips already and the inspiration's there, so you don't even have to do the work. It's so daunting when you're trying to plan a trip and you're like, I don't know where to go, I don't know where to book, I don't know who to contact, and I think when you can just see someone execute a trip beautifully, you can just take inspo from that and plan your own so quickly, and it doesn't have to be a whole
completely
mess of contacts. Yeah.
And also about giving back. I think you've taught us a lot about that and how rewarding it is as well to the individual to give back to communities and where they can.
Amy said it in the car, interacting with the locals was actually really special, and feeling a sense of the warmth of the community was something that we haven't been exposed to often. We'll pass through town very quickly and we don't stop and talk to anybody or find out information, and doing that was actually so easy and it made so much sense. As soon as you start asking somebody, oh hey, where's a good place to go fish? And they're like, I do this all the time, let me show you. And you're like, oh, I really should be doing that more often.
To be honest, before this trip, I wasn't sure what to expect. I was kind of just CC'd in on an email that was just, okay, frick, we're going to this 4x4 trail thing, what the heck? And we were just, it was a mad rush to prep. It was on top of a whole bunch of content creation. And honestly, I was a bit like, Alu-Cab is sending me here. This wasn't by choice. And I knew that we'd be surrounded by older people, not by people our age. So I was also like, how is that gonna go down? I wasn't sure. It was definitely, yeah, I was like, damn, I'm not gonna be able to do anything. But I've been very pleasantly surprised. And every time I know it sounds so novice of me, but every time I interact with someone who's older than me, I realize like age doesn't matter. And I consider you guys all friends now. And I wouldn't have thought that, like coming out of high school, I would never be like, I can be friends with someone who's older than me, but I can, and it's so easy. And I love,
there's not that adult-child dynamic anymore that we've been used to.
Yeah, coming into adulthood, that dynamic is breaking, and it's so beautiful to see that bridge connecting. And while that adulthood has broken, I definitely view you guys as mommy and daddy. You have been our parents of camping and have given us everything, and I really do appreciate that. It has been awesome to have that guidance, but also that friendship. So yeah.
And would you say
overlanding is that bridge?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
I find that these situations and dynamics happen when I put myself out there, and overlanding is that as well. So yeah.
It's I mean, would you say some of this has put you out of your comfort zones?
Yes, but now I consider this my comfort zone.
We should probably just say thank you so much for inviting us along on this beautiful experience and taking a chance on us, because we very new to the game.
Yeah.
Oh, it's been our pleasure. It's nice to have new faces. Oh, good. You're good. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks.
Are our feet in this?
Are you scared, Joe?
You've learned about yourself on this trip.
Going
What's
deep.
one thing you've learned about yourself?
Yeah.
When people
Yeah.
ask me what, when people impacted my journey,
Like, has it made the trip better, worse?
definitely worse. I hate you all. Can't wait to leave tomorrow.
Especially.
Especially fucking Nathan.
That's hard.
That is hard.
The colors of being out.
I say
this line all the time.
Is it terrible if I say ditto?
That's absolutely going into VO. Thank you.
That was the magic we were looking for.
Yeah,
That was-
100%.
Thanks for watching.
Like and subscribe.
Go follow us at Alu-Cab Girls.